I know my dad's struggling every day with the fact that my brother died from the one thing that he wanted the most for him, which was to be clean. And now I'll never get that from him, you know? My name's Amy, I'm 33. I'm technically from Southwest. My dad lives in Glen Alden, but I've been in Kensington since I've been a child, you guys know. It's crazy out here. Things have changed tremendously. Today they hit 4 major blocks, and that have 3 different sections on each, completely blocked off, which is stopping people from getting what they usually get, which is bringing a whole crowd of people that are going to be sick now today, that can't get what they need, throwing up, and it's crazy. People don't have nowhere to go. You can't sit nowhere. It's musical chairs. The cops, you sit somewhere, they're moving you every 15, 20 minutes. It's very chaotic out here. I can't say that much of the drug has changed, because when it comes down to the get down, addiction don't just go away, period. So there's definitely still drugs out here. It's just a little harder for people that don't know to come down here. You got to really know how to maneuver and process yourself out here. If not, you'll end up in jail or dead.
Tell us about how your addiction started, so that way we can recap.
Well, I started using many years ago. A lot of it started with pain pills from the accident I was in when I was younger, you know. It's definitely changed since the cleanup. I was really ill for like 2 weeks. I wasn't able to do what I, normally would do to get my money, and I wasn't able to get what I was usually able to get because they had taken down blocks that, I was used to going to. My habit has decreased a whole lot, probably doing half of what I was doing before the cleanup. I inject. You guys know, my arm.
Yeah, let's talk about that, your hand.
It's definitely a lot better. It's gotten a lot smaller. But the trank is just like eating, it's eating everybody. And then there's a new trank that just came out that is really eating people, killing people. The city don't even know how to deal with it.
Damn. It's crazy, right? So now, hearing all that stuff, don't that make you want to stop using drugs?
Yeah, I'm actually, I just got approved for housing. I'm supposed to be getting into a shelter and then getting an apartment and probably getting on methadone. My precision on wanting to use and wanting to get clean has definitely changed, because I see out here things are not going good for the addiction and the people out here using. It's definitely gonna hurt everybody out here. So the best thing to do is to get clean before you have no choice and end up in jail, detoxing and dying.
And how are you able to get your money nowadays to support your habit? What are you doing now for work?
I sell a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, tricking is a big part of it still. I try my hardest to not have to go sell myself, but a lot of days I wake up and I'm sick and, I don't have nothing, and, selling my body is the only way that I'm gonna eat that day, both ways, addiction-wise and food-wise.
Now, let me give you a heads up that the mayor has released a 5-phase plan for Kensington, and they're on phase 2. They're going to start locking people up for prostitution and also the drug dealers. So I just want to give you a heads up. If you're doing that, they're going to start locking people up for that. How you feel about that?
What can I say? It's really hard for them to say they're going to lock people up for prostitution, because you got to really prove it.
What if you get in a cop car and you try?
That is the only way they're going to do it. By undercover police officers being out here. you're gonna have to get into an undercover's car and get locked up that way. And for a lot of the girls out here, we know who they are. We know which ones are cops and we know which ones aren't. So it's gonna be really a struggle for them, honestly, to say we're doing something that they can't prove. Yeah, you will get booked if you're caught out here using. You gotta be smart about it. They haven't really bothered me. You just gotta stay out the way. You stay out the way and stay on the low and just do what you gotta do for yourself. You'll be all right. What can I say? It's really gonna take, I don't know how to say it without, it's really gonna take some effort from these lazy ass cops to stop something that has been going on forever. Everywhere's got drugs. It's just how you do it.
So how you feel about all these new cops, rookies that they're gonna have on the streets of Kensington?
Just stay away. Stay away from them. That's all you gotta do.
What would be your advice to these new rookies that are coming out here to Kensington? Any advice you have for them? Should they have compassion? Should they have empathy before they start coming in?
Remember that it could be their mother, father, sister, somebody out here. Not just be out here to lock people up because they're an addiction. This has been before them. You can't just come out here and be like, oh, you're an addict, I'm locking you the fuck up. No, you gotta really put work into it. Like it's not just about booking people, because you can book somebody for drugs and using, but they're not going to be away long, and they're going to come out, and it's going to keep going. Maybe not so much the drug dealers out on the street in front of everybody, but it's not going to just go away.
What's a day in your life look like now?
Man, put a damn shirt on.
It's hard.
Kids out here.
It's hard. Every day's a struggle. Every day.
What are some things you find difficult to do now due to the fact your hand is injured?
It's difficult. Everything is difficult. Everything.
Is that your dominant hand?
Yeah. It's hard to even trick or get picked up or do dates, because guys look at my hand and they're like, it's something different they're not used to. So they're like, I don't know. And then when I get into cars, you know, every wound's got a smell to it. So you get into a car, no matter what, they're smelling something different. So they're like, and a lot of times they're like, I'm okay. You know, it's difficult getting dates.
So now, what's your plans for the next 6 months?
I'm gonna try and get on methadone, get my housing, and probably get off of show the front in front of everybody.
Now, your family, I think, saw your video the last time. Tell me what happened since your video dropped. What all happened during that time when your video got released?
It went viral around where I'm from. Everybody's seen it. I had cops, police officers, I had people I didn't know coming up to me. Is this you? Pictures from when I was young with my kids. Is this you? Oh, everybody wants to see you go back to this. I'll never be that again. That's what they don't understand. That's not me anymore, and never will be again.
Do you see yourself moving out of Philadelphia to another state, somewhere different from here, from Philly? You're going to stay in Philly?
Yeah, I'm not going to abandon my home because these cops think that they know what's good for us.
The people, places, and things is the problem.
It is.
So how are you going to be able to maintain in an environment?
If I was to get clean, I would just have to stay away from these little areas right here. You know, it's not all Philadelphia. You walk down Tioga, Erie that way, and it's nothing like this.
Right. Anything you would like to add before we close about what you think needs to be done to help our brothers and sisters out here?
They need to worry more about helping people get clean than locking people up. Helping people get into homes rather than jail being their home.
Okay, so we're about to wrap things up. What message would you like to send to all the wonderful people who saw your video and are rooting for you
Love you guys, and just, you know, keep praying for me. Maybe one day this will all be over.
Okay. All right, so what do you got planned for the rest of your day?
Just keeping myself together and out of jail.
That's good, right? Oh, well, thank you so much for this update, love. We're going to stay connected with you, and
Yep,
we're
I'll see
still
you soon.
rooting for you and praying for you to get up out this hellhole, right?
I know, right? The trenches.
Yeah, we love your chain you got on, your styling. All right, fam, so don't be bitter, be better.
Yeah.
And we out there. Peace out.